Hello everyone, my name is Draconicrose and welcome back to another episode of Rimworld. So last episode is a bit of a little disaster here, and I think that has proven that our killbox does need some changes in design. The biggest problem with the design we have right now is that every time we get attacked, most of our turrets get killed. So this part does work. The thing is we have to move it like way back. And to do that, we are going to create this blueprint. So it's the kill box. And we're going to spread it quite a lot. Let's take a look at the turret range and put a plan around. So it'll be down the middle, right? That's the limit of our range. And I think even this one will have the same capability of hitting it over here. So we're going to take that blueprint we just made and we are going to align it. But since we want to make sure that my cat is sneezing, we're gonna set it a few blocks forward so this one on the other tip should have its edge around here. So there is no way people can make it all the way over here without dying. Now we are going to add another component to this kill box, which is safety corridor. Yeah. We need a safety corridor so that our colonists can come right in. Going to be something like that? Nope, like that. Yes, good. And we're gonna have another granite door over here. For this we can deconstruct most of what we have right here. Not those, because we are going to have to add a second wall over here. That is great, it is what we want. We're going to let that happen. We're gonna add doors here, but do we wanna... No, we're gonna wanna make these into walls. Okay, and that should make for a much better kill box. We're gonna hold that in because we are definitely not gonna leave any refuge to our enemies. We can add just like something like this to the edge, just to make it so that it looks more symmetrical, basically. I'm sorry, it's gotta look pretty. We have a flash storm starting up the episode, all proper and nice, but again, not something that worries us much. I do want to do something about the middle of this space, because all of this is pretty horrid, I would say. The farm is fine, this place for power also fine, but we definitely don't need this, and we don't need this monument anymore. So we are going to go ahead, we're going to tear it out and make good use of the stone blocks that we have over there. We're going to go into floors here and also remove these floors. There we go. So that will be a bunch of blocks that we can get for ourselves. That's going to definitely help out with the construction work that we have to do. Good times. So I think I'm going to let the pawns get onto it, and I'll bring you back when something interesting happens. A caravan from the Empire of Okuzur is approaching. They are an Imperial trader. I don't think we've had an Imperial trader unless I wasn't really paying attention. We also have some visitors from the Empire visiting the colony, but they're just irregular hospitality visitors. So let's... Okay, so we can't trade unless... Oh, we did have one come. I remember that. So we can only trade if we have a title to trade with. So we're going to have Michael come do this. And ooh, we start off nicely with a bunch of Glitter World meds, which we'll definitely take. What can we sell though? Well, we can sell some rich dragon leather. We can't do anything with only 15 units. We also have a bunch of cloth, which we might as well. The tea, the smoke leaf, the flake, all the drugs that we can sell, we shall. We're going to keep the shells because we will eventually have mortars and want something to use with them. Everything else we will keep. Also get a tech print for jump packs if we want. I don't think we do. Circadian half cycler. Huh. The user never needs to sleep. Well, that's incredible. I'm gonna get that and I'm going to stick it on Roxy because she is just way too useful. Unfortunately, working with half a brain causes a reduction in consciousness. How much reduction though? Can we see it? 15%. Might be able to find ways to increase consciousness though. We'll take it anyway for now. And do we want anything else? Well, we could go for the LTEC stuff, but not right now. Not yet anyway. And of course the prestige marine armor is way out of our league. So yeah, we're going to lose some silver, but silver is useless without something that we want to spend it in. So we're going to take those in. Roxy is now in medical emergency, but only because her flu has reached extreme. But that's okay, because her immunity is much better than her infection. So that is fine. Now Blade over here almost has a bedroom. I'm going to still leave this on until the bedroom is actually ready for him with floor and a little bit more wall. So yeah, I'll be back. Wanna see something stupid? No cookies if you see it. I have everyone restricted to inside base, so no wonder that nothing here was getting done. Let's unrestrict people and yeah, leave this in the past. I have also noticed that our animal and barn thingy has already been completed. Which means we can add a few furnishings for the little things. And we're going to go with some sheep wool, because why not? I mean, it's going to be, you know, renewable. And we're also going to make a stockpile zone over here for hay and kibble, which will be what we feed to the little ones. For some reason they brought wild goose eggs over here. That was weird. We're also going to add a cooler. Not facing outside, no, but we're gonna have it face inside. And of course we need to bring the power over to it. And yeah, we're gonna do it through here. That should be enough. And that will help keep everything cool, even though hay and kibble have really long spoilage times. I don't really want it to spoil, so I'm just gonna leave it there. So have a new quest. Guarding Booker. Justin, an acolyte of the Empire, has been caught in bed with the wrong person. He imprisoned the inappropriate lover in a show of rejection. Now wants to keep her caged until the scandal blows over. But she is sick with blood rot. Ugh. Blood rot is a disease that requires a lot of treatment. Treatment that I don't think we can afford, considering our medicine storages. That would mean using a lot of Glitter World medicine, and we do not want to do that. In the meanwhile, we have a trade ship, an artifact dealer, which we are going to take advantage of and try and sell some of the things in our inventory, as well as purchase, if we can, some artsy stuff, but I will spare you the details. I'll give them to you at the end. Alright, so we are selling all the random bits and pieces and shitty weapons that we have over there, some drugs, and some of our poorer clothes, and we are buying a grand rug for Medical's throne room and a steel arcade machine for the rec room. And I think those were nice purchases, especially the machine. I mostly bought it because it sounds hilarious to me to have an arcade machine up on the rim. But this rug will look fantastic over there and give the throne room an even grander look. I've also haven't seen the rugs. They're from Vanilla expanded art module, and I'll be able to let you see that. Here we go, Vanilla Furniture expanded art. A huge floor covering textile that dominates a room decorated with artistic embroidery. And it has a beauty of 120. So yeah, pretty useful. You can put it under stuff, which again makes it very useful, although that poor meditation spot, that's okay. I also like to see it. It could be put under, you know, other stuff, and I think that's the advantage rugs have over sculptures. Sculptures cannot be put under things. But yeah, other than those purchases, work on everything is going smoothly. We need more steel and components. I guess I will be hunting for that now. So I'll bring you back when something interesting happens. And even before I find anything, I get this quest, Michael's Praetor Ceremony, which now we require ceremony so that people increase in titles. Looks like we still need one column in his room, so we are going to go ahead and add that. We're going to move these harpsichords. It's going to be actually not there. It's going to be there. It's just the interaction spot's going to be different. So that will also still look nice. Hopefully, if this gets done relatively quickly, we can accept the quest and get it going. There we go. So let's accept, and we should have been visited by a shuttle. I completely missed them, but here we go. Here's the bestower. They are from the Empire. A decent person. They are wearing a nice little ceremonial robes, and they have a really powerful entourage. So we're not going to mess with them. Instead, we are going to get everyone in here, and then there's a point to it. Is that colonists can actually watch the ceremony. So I'm going to have Michael do that. I'm going to select them all again, except Michael, and have them stop. Let's stop. Are they not gonna watch it? I guess not. Probably because it's work time. But yeah, usually they can watch if they're not doing anything. But there we go. Michael gained the title of Praetor. That means he can now use psychic powers from another psychic level. We're going to see his level in just a bit. He has another permit point to use, and he'll now require some more formal apparel. And the throne room has these requirements, which we of course have already met, or else we couldn't be a praetor. And now he has permissions to trade with settlements and caravans that require the knight permission. He can also give speeches from the throne. If it goes well, listeners will feel inspired. If it goes poorly, the speech will do social damage. So is he okay at social? He is. He is quite okay at social. So let's see what we can do. We can't force him to do it, apparently. I think he will do it on his own. Does he need any more clothes? He wants Praetor-specific apparel, which means top hat, beret, any prestige armor, any Psycaster apparel. Yeah, he is not wearing his top hat, which I don't think that is normal. I'll have to find a top hat in this mess. At least we got rid of a bunch of stuff that were like clogging things up. Yeah, still have a lot to go though. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I need the top hat to be made. Did anyone like equip a top hat that they shouldn't? Doesn't look... Oh, gas mask. That is cool. Okay. No one equipped the top hat, so not entirely sure where it went. I mean, at least I can't see it. A gold dragon is hunting Roxy, so let's put everyone inside the base and see how our favor is. We have enough to banish that dragon, so we are going to banish. I think the mod updated with this special effect. That's pretty cool. So now this dragon is going to be banished. Bye bye. No hunting our colonists, please and thank you. And we can unrestrict people again. So, you know the drill, I'll be back when something interesting happens. Now that Roxy is all the way back to 100% on everything, I think it's high time we install the half cycler on her, so that she will be awake all the time. Leatha is going to be the one to do it. And let's hope it goes well. Yeah, it went perfectly. So now, once she wakes up, Roxy will be fully awake. Now, I do think this is Rimworld's doing, like it caps consciousness at 1% so that pawns don't die, you know, from having a half cycler and an aesthetic. That keeps them down. We have also visitors, which you don't really care. And we did buy an aesthetic nose because someone needed it, didn't they? Oh, Sage needs a leg. Marcus needs an arm. And Garrett needs a nose. So we are going to make sure that he gets it. Arms, however, not really our thing. We're mostly making animal prosthetics. We do need a research product, and yes, I reinstalled research 3 because it makes it easy to see which research products are from which age. In my case, in other let's plays, in other saves, personal saves, I do like to research everything from one era before I move on to another. And I even installed a mod that makes it so that the faction advances tech levels as they research everything else. This base supposedly is still in medieval or at most industrious. We are not really going to pay attention to that here. It's just mostly for my own enjoyment in other things. Now we do want to perhaps find ourselves some prosthetics, so let's take a look at that. Prosthetics. And yeah, we can just set that up to be researched, and that will be fine. After that, we do want to finally get mortars going, so we're going to go ahead and queue that. Mike also has a permit point to spend, so we can now pick some from here. So this one was already picked for us. Single impact air drone strike at target position. That is pretty good. Transport shuttle will transport colonists, items and animals anywhere you like within 70 world. Oh, that is way good for quests and stuff. Because the walking is the hardest part. If we can cut down, even if it's at least half the journey length, then that is amazing. Now we're gonna want... yeah, it's gonna have to be limestone, isn't it? How are our blocks? Oh, we are definitely low on blocks, aren't we? Granite, limestone... nobody is working on that. I probably have too much work for them to do, so I guess we will have to wait on that. We'll still leave Blade over here because his mood isn't bad. So he can deal with not having a decent bedroom for a while longer. Meanwhile, this killbox is taking its sweet time getting ready, but nothing we can really do about that except allow it to happen. And at least with Roxy awake all the time, she will do her handling work and then the construction work that she needs to. I did bump up construction priority a little bit higher because we definitely need that. It's way too good not to. And with Michael having that permit, it kind of makes me want to just go ahead and visit this. I would like some EMP grenades before we do that. I don't think we have any. We have the frag grenades. You know, a weapons room or some other sort of organization of this room would really be useful to us. We have finished researching prosthetics, which means we can go make a leg and an arm, even though they won't be bionic. And while I was at it, I did divide the stockpile in 3. So this is the weapons, except short and recurve bows because those suck. This is for all kinds of apparel. I don't think this one is quite allowed here yet, but that is okay. Actually, it might be a apparel now, except it goes into the utility slot, so that's something. I'm going to disallow the chunks. Can I disallow chunks? Yes, good. So that mod is pretty useful for managing stockpiles, I think. And let's get started with the prosthetics stuff. Let's take a look here. This is the animal prosthetics table, and of course the tip drill, which we're also gonna have to get on it. Oh, it might be in the machining table or smithy or something. Let's take a look. Add bill. Yeah, here we go. So we are definitely going to... I think this is from a mod that shouldn't be active. Yeah, use combat 3. I'll have to check that out. These shouldn't be here. I don't like the ammo system and I don't have it active, I don't think. But let's go ahead and make a prosthetic arm and a prosthetic leg, which you definitely need. And we can also make EMP grenades. So I think I will do that if I indeed don't have any in the stockpile, which does seem to be the case. I have frag grenades, but not exactly the EMP grenades, so I'm going to have those made. But Garrett's sister Betty visiting us. There she is. A good one. Volatile though, so we wouldn't want her, but let's create friendships anyway, just for, you know, role-playing reasons. But anyway, we will have that made, and the EMP grenades that I was talking about, and then we can go check out that mech cluster, but that won't be for today's episode because we are out of time. So look forward to our visit to the mech cluster, and that was the wrong W, over here in the next episode. But until then, remember that here, there be dragons.
Thank you so much to my patrons for making this channel possible. Click the Patreon logo to become one of these fine folk, and if you enjoyed the video, here are some more YouTube things you would like. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time.